Hi, welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika. Here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. So, today I want to just talk a little bit about Leap Taken. And why do I call this channel Leap Taken? Someone asked me before if I was Native American or making some reference to that. No. And I know I'm not Native American because I got my ancestry DNA done. And if you believe it, then no, I'm not. But anyway, Leap Taken. I decided that name because I have taken quite a few leaps in my life. Um, Quite a few. Leaps of faith. I didn't say leaps of faith or a leap of faith or anything with the word faith in it because I didn't like what that was applying or implying, excuse me. I didn't resonate with that word that much. So instead, I thought about, wow, I've taken a lot of leaps. I took a lot of leaps. Leap taken. It made sense to me. This was many years ago that I kind of came to this decision to come up with that name. And I used it for my blog over at leaptaken.wordpress.com, where I started writing about what motivated me to take the leaps, to make the big changes in my life, to manifest all the things that I was manifesting from, you know, a second husband to, living, working at places I work, to living the way I live, and health and everything else, money, all that sort of stuff, leaps that I took in order, and basically opportunities I took advantage of to get me to a certain place that I desire. So, leap taken. I decided to make the channel here the same name because I'd like to continue the brand of Leap Taken. Here, though, the difference with the blog is that I wanted to talk about the other part that encourages and motivates for me to take those leaps in life. And that is practicing magic. That's my spiritual system. Witchcraft, being a witch, cottage witchery, an eclectic witch. That is why I've been so motivated. That's part of it. I didn't want to put it all onto the blog. I felt like sometimes you got to talk about it and I connect with you like this. I feel like we're having a conversation. And you can sort of get more of an animated discussion because I'm moving around, you see me, and my inflections and my voice, Also, I get to show you stuff, spells and, whatever else I'm working on. You get to see it more than just a picture. You see it in action. I wanted to relate more about my witchy part of myself than I could on the blog. So that is why this channel, excuse me, Leap Taken, exists. I needed an outlet for my witchy side. Now, as far as who I am, maybe I can introduce myself a little bit more. I'm Mika, author of leaptaken.wordpress.com and content creator here at Leap Taken on YouTube. Also, Leap Taken vlog, also on YouTube, which is the companion to the blog. More about that later. I'm a mom. I have 2 children who are adults now. I'm definitely a wife, and I'm a stay-at-home wife. I am someone who I like to refer to myself as more of a traditional person, but at the same time, not so traditional. My husband and I create a life where we have very traditional values, but we don't always do things traditionally. So that's us. That's me. I am someone who has worked in IT. Most of my career, it was in some capacity, some sort of support role, technical support, things like that. I worked as an analyst. So I've definitely worked outside the home, even with the kids over the years. And then I worked from home before I finally stopped and just became a stay-at-home wife. Prior to that, I actually homeschooled my kids. And I did that while working from home, and at times I was, just full-time at-home, stay-at-home mom. So that's a little bit about me as far as just, the mundane side. I became a witch, I want to say 2008. um, I began to identify, not necessarily to anybody else, but to myself. I did a self dedication um, a few years after that because I wanted to sort of make it official, but I began to identify in my head, in my heart, as a witch. I'm going to say about 2008. I'm probably fudging up the dates a little bit as far as the year, but around that time. And it has been a journey. I've enjoyed all of it. um, I have had some ups and downs, and I don't mind sharing them because I think it's, you know, something you can learn from. I was inspired by YouTubers, especially witchy YouTube channels. I did this channel because I wanted to find somebody like me. You know, I am, heads up, not very flashy. I like a little bit of glam, just a little bit occasionally, witchy glam. But I don't buy all the things. I won't have all the things displayed. To me, my witchiness is not in having, you know, a shelf lined with nothing but witchy supplies for you to look at when you're watching my video. You know, I consider my home a sacred place because I put actual into practice what it takes for it to be a sacred place. You know, I cleanse often. You know, I'm a cottage witch, you know. I protect the home. The number one thing about cottage witchery is home protection. Everything else comes after that, but protection is high up on the list. So I'm big on that. And protection from all things, you know, not just spiritual. Yeah, the mundane type of protection as well. But I digress. Yeah, so I have been practicing witchcraft all this time. Many, many ups and downs. There were times where I still considered myself a witch, but I didn't cast any spells. I didn't actually do any sort of magic. And that went on maybe at most a year for me. I want to say about a year or so where I've had those moments and in my journey where nothing was happening. It's not that I fell out of love with witchcraft. It's not that I was jaded or something else got my attention. It was more that I was floundering in so much other stuff. And my regret is that I didn't come back to what I knew for sure then. But those are more videos to come to explain more about that. But I did come back, and here we are now. I do all types of magic for the most part. I'm not really afraid of anything, the left-hand path. I'm not afraid of hexing or cursing, but to be honest with you, when you get to a certain point when you're practicing, it's not necessary. That's not where you want to place most of the energy that you have. I mean, we're powerful. We can manipulate energies. If I can manipulate energy, right, I probably want to rise above my base level desires to get back and get revenge. And it'll be more about, you know, just kind of going above you so you're never around me again. Just kind of, you know, distancing myself. However, there are times I get it. I totally get it. And I'm not above doing what, you know, I'm not against it. I think we're complex people and we're complex beings and we're not just all one thing. So, yeah, you can get cursed or hexed if necessary. I am someone who feels like, you know what, live and let live. I don't have an issue with people who are, you know, not like myself. Everything from cultural, you know, to African American, to married, to not married, to single mom, to gay, to bi, to trans, to whatever. Be you, be what you want to be. Does it, I don't want to say it doesn't matter. It's not a factor. I only know what I know from my experience and what I've learned over the years from others, and there's still more to learn. So, I mean, you know, whatever you call yourself, whatever you feel like you resonate with, whatever you feel like you were born to be or as, more power to you. I don't have any objections or issues. Live and let live. That is truly how I feel about it. I don't have strong opinions about what people should be doing as far as, you know, their identity. Who am I, you know? And even if I do, they're my opinions. You don't need to know them, right? Why does the person need to know it? We're all entitled to our opinions. You don't have to vocalize them, though. So that's a little bit about me. So, you know, a little bit of hippie, a little bit traditional, a pinch of conservative, you know, can't help it. That's how I think that it has a lot to do with how I was raised, you know, with a little bit of all these aspects, and it kind of culminated into, you know, the witch sitting before you right now. But that's me here at Leap Taken. This is me, Mika. And I just wanted to share, you know, a little informal kind of intro to give a little bit more detail about who I am. And please, if you have any questions, and you have any ideas for stuff you'd like me to do videos for, or content you want me to create, go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'd really appreciate it. So thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. And if you have, thank you so much. All right, bye.